we're going to be doing what if Naruto had Spin Part 3, and we're going to be doing all the way from the tuning exams all the way up to the end of the Konoha Crush, because I tried recording this and this took forever. So yeah, I'm going to make sure it's recording real quick. It's recording, good. And I'm going to check that every 2 minutes or so, so yeah, get ready for that. So yeah, I would say that God should start recommending them for the tuning exams, and they would definitely take it. The Genjutsu gets worn off by Tusk Act 1, because Tusk Act 1 still has a little bit of contents, but speaking in what was that, Latin. And yeah, I'd say that he would cheat with Tusk in the first exam. That only makes sense. Forest of Death. He would definitely get a horse or something. Or get like a special wheelchair that could conduct chakra and make it go faster. I'm gonna choose special wheelchair, and so far in the exam he's just learning how to use Tusk Act 3. Okay. God, I'm gonna speed through this so fast. Okay, then Tusk Act 3 has the ability to create black holes, and he can transport through them. Kind of like a wormhole. But only he can go through it, but I'm going to make a little bit of an adjust and say that anyone he allows to go through can go through. Kind of like the flying Raijin marks. Except that it doesn't kill him. So basically he can either obliterate someone by shooting out the black hole, and then they get absorbed into it, or he can obliterate them by putting it under them or something like that. And he can also obliterate them by doing something else. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot to cover what happens. Never mind. So yeah, Forest of Death happens. He almost gets eaten by the giant snake, but due to all his clones trying to fight it off, he does eventually make it back. But of course the Orochimaru's already infiltrated them, and right as he gets there, he sees the Orochimaru transform and bite Sasuke. He tries shooting a black hole at Orochimaru. It hits Orochimaru right in the throat, and it starts eating Orochimaru, like almost killing Orochimaru, but Orochimaru sneaks out at the last second. He tries to put a 5-prong seal onto Naruto. Naruto kind of blocks it, and then uses Tusk's abilities to block it by using a black hole in his chest. Stuff like that. Being really creative. So yeah, I'd say that Naruto would start kind of fighting up on Orochimaru, because Orochimaru can't see Tusk. But anyway, Orochimaru escapes by using a transformation jutsu. And transforms, or a substitution jutsu. Then use a flying. Actually, you know what? We'll say Orochimaru knows the flying Raijin in this, but is not very good at it. He can only use it to the point, if he's trying to go long distances, he can use it like the fourth Hokage, but if he's trying to go short distances, he can only use it like Tobirama. Meaning he won't use it like that. He only knows it for teleportation, basically. And I would say that Naruto would continue to train Tusk and stuff like that. So yeah, I'd say that the week or so up to the first tournament, he would meet Jiraiya and agree to train with him for the month if he makes it past the first levels, and he just trains his Act 3, I'd say. I would. Yeah, anyway, so, but Tusk Act 1, he's gonna whispering in his ear, you have to kill Danzo in Latin. Of course, Naruto understands this and says, I'll kill him when I actually have enough strength. And no, he would say, you will have to kill Kaguya. And he said, Kaguya? Who's Kaguya? Basically a god. Tusk said. And then Tusk would fully transform into Act 3, becoming very loyal to Naruto. Of course, during the Kiba fight, it would go the same, basically, except that Naruto would have the ability to teleport, so he would start going around on a wheelchair and starts placing black holes everywhere. Of course, Kiba tries to get close to him, but can't because all the black holes get sucked in and then get spit out somewhere else. But then Naruto does something even better and then starts playing even more everywhere. Now there's black holes everywhere, and he starts teleporting around the room, starts punching Kiba. Kiba gets sucked in, he starts punching Kiba in the wormholes. He beats up on Kiba so bad. Very, very bad. And then I'd say the Gaara Lee fight go the exact same. Sasuke Desu fight, no, the Saninja were killed in the Force of Death. That's right. We'll just dead. And I would say that all the other fights will go the same, except for the Neji Hinata fight. Hinata has been training harder because she saw how good Naruto was, even though he couldn't move his legs. Thought that was no excuse for. If that's not an excuse for Naruto not to be strong, it can't. Then Hinata doesn't even have an excuse to be not being strong. So she keeps on training and training over and over again. And actually, the fight is completely even. I'd say that Hinata would actually still lose to Neji, because Neji fought against Rock Lee and has won a few times. But he only barely won by like 3 chakra points. So he would block off most of Hinata's, only leaving one open, but then telling Hinata, you must not fight on any longer, but I respect your strength. Something like that. Of course, Naruto was on the edge of the seat the entire time, about to go in and go save Hinata. But he realized what Neji was doing. Neji was now just doing something that was working for his agenda. Whew, okay. I'd say that. Yeah, that's right. I'm not using a computer or anything. I'm just using phone. iPhone 6 to be exact. I would say that Naruto would still. Yeah. Let me think about this. Okay, so the month training. I'd say around a week into the month training, he was starting to learn how to use Rasengan from Jiraiya. Of course, he was also training with Gyro, so Gyro taught him a few more basics of spin and stuff, a little bit more about spin, and then start teaching him about the golden ratio. And I'd say that Jiraiya would still teach him the Rasengan in this week period, but it would be so easy for Naruto the Master. On the very first thing, he created it fully with one hand, a perfect Rasengan with one hand, using the principles of spin and the golden rotation. Basically, this was an infinitely spinning Rasengan, but it took a ridiculous amount of chakra out of him. You wanna know why it took so much chakra out of him? Because he can only manifest one finger of Act 4 so far, because he's still not really worthy for it. He can act, and it takes a lot more chakra to create that ball of pure spin and chakra energy. Then, because you also have to make sure they mix just right so they don't explode. So that means he can also make a heat-seeking exploding Rasengan, which is actually very overpowered. Because let's say I'm almost giving him the fire chakra nature, so he would, because spin can create fire. Like spinning a stick can create fire, so that's why I'm giving him fire chakra nature for no reason. So basically, he can use his fire nature to make a heat-seeking, exploding bomb Rasengan. And so, okay, I'd say the tournament thing. He also learned the summoning jutsu. But he couldn't summon frogs for some reason. He did summon a horse, but no one knew what it was. The horse just touched his hoof onto Naruto's forehead and then left. And then the summoning contract appeared and it said, Speedwagon. The horse Speedwagon. You're summoning the horse Speedwagon, basically. Anyway, so Naruto writes on the contract, he's sure. And then, during the tournament, I'd say that he'd start fighting Neji. And Neji would start fighting back. But Neji would totally lose to this man. Holy crap. So he starts teleporting around the room. Neji can't see him because Byakugan's not that good. And the Tenseigan couldn't see him like this. The Rinnegan couldn't see him really. The Rinnegan against this guy would be a disadvantage because, like, you could see his chakra, but he's so fast that and the Rinnegan can't see him. All you'd see is chakra phantoms around the room. So, like, resonance of chakra. So you would think he's there, but you would miss an attack because you still can't hit him in his black hole thing. It's impossible. Only if you had a stand that could actually also access the same wormhole. I've got funny Valentine. Yeah, so I'd say that Naruto, Naruto would still continue to use the stand on Neji until he would say Rasengan, but this is not like an infinite rotating one, it's just a regular Rasengan with some spin mixed in, so it would hurt even more. And then he shot out like bullets and stuff. So yes, he can shoot Rasengans out his nails like bullets. But it's not like not shooting, it's like shooting his nails, but then they start turning into mini Rasengans. They hurt a lot more than regular nail bullets. So he can start making his nails spin so fast they start turning into Rasengans, and then he shoots them all. Cutting through anything, really. Can't stop him. And yeah, he can also shoot out his black holes through the palms of his hands. And I'd say, so Neji's about to block some of his chakra points, and then Naruto just creates a giant black hole on his entire torso, and then Neji gets thrown through the black hole and through the other side where Naruto uses his wheelchair to roll over Neji. And he wins. And I would say that, yeah. The Konoha Crush, okay. This is an interesting one. Sasuke would still fight Gaara. Gaara would still lose control, I'd say. And then Sasuke would go fight Gaara. Sasuke's getting his butt kicked, and he gets started getting his butt kicked by the sand siblings and stuff. And then Naruto comes on in and knocks them both out with Rasengans. And you see how giant Shikaku is. It's just, oh my god. And Kurama does not like Shikaku, so he gives him a little bit of chakra. Just a little bit. Like, Naruto knows the Ninetales is in him, but, like, they're on okay enough terms where he'll give him one-tailed cloak. That's it. As far as the fox will go. Of course, since Kurama is so mad, he would actually give him enough chakra for two-tailed cloak, but then Naruto would say, perfect. Then manifest one finger of Act 4. The power all into Rasengan. It starts draining the Q's chakra like ridiculously fast. And it starts burning through his chakra. And he says infinite rotation, Mega Rasengan. It's a giant Rasengan. Shikaku tries to dodge it, but it touches him, and then he gets sent flying. And he says, you really can't stop me. And then he starts trying to walk towards Naruto, tries to start running towards Naruto, but he can't. He starts spinning out of control. He starts like a coil and stuff, and then he starts going out of control, and then he pleads mercy. Mercy! Mercy! I can have back control! Of course, Naruto says yes, and he gives and Shihaku gives the kid back control. Of course, Kurama and Naruto are kind of tired from this. Like, Naruto basically burned through like 3 tails of chakra. I mean, Izuku would be completely drained of chakra if Naruto was used this attack if he used the 3 tails jerky. That means, like, he's ridiculously strong. He has had to burn through almost all of his chakra too. Of course, like, 9 tails only burn through 2 tails. Well, Naruto at this point, actually, no, basically 4 tails of chakra, because Naruto's chakra at this point as a little kid is only like 2 tails of chakra. Plus the Kyuubi's 2 tails of chakra he gets. Of course, Sasuke gets maddened by this, how Naruto just beat Shikaku so easily. He gets kind of enraged by this, but he keeps a calm demeanor for now. Of course, the third Hokage is in danger, and then Naruto realizes his wheelchair is broken, and then he summons Speedwagon. He says, Speedwagon! And he starts running the third Hokage on Speedwagon. Speedwagon's super fast, by the way. You can channel 9 tails chakra into it. And of course, when he gets to the third Hokage's location, he knocks out all 4 of the sound ninja. All 4 of the sound 4. And then after that, he sort of kind of, has, like, start beating up on Orochimaru, but Orochimaru realizes what the horse's name is, and then he distracts Naruto by saying, oh, it's Speedwagon, and he creates a clone and steals the left arm out of Naruto. Tusk is still loyal to him, so Tusk kind of steals it, kind of goes for it and steals it, tries to steal it, but then Orochimaru awakens his new stand. Actually, doesn't really awaken. It's just the world. He tries to awaken it, but he does not have good control over the world. And of course, the third Hokage starts using the Shinigami, the god of death, and then asks the god of death, can you please give back? Then the god of death steals that arm from Orochimaru and then puts it back into Naruto. But the world is still with Orochimaru. Orochimaru sees the god of death once it hits him, but the god of death doesn't have enough time to steal soul, so he just steals his stand and his arms. And of course, Orochimaru's screaming and screaming, but then the Shinigami starts stealing his legs. Orochimaru flings the sword around and murders the third Hokage, but losing his arms and legs. And he starts convincing Sasuke to come back with him after he escapes from that. Of course, Sasuke said, yes. Should I cover that fight? I should. I have enough time, I think. You have more than enough time. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. So, the fight between Naruto and Sasuke. So, try going for Sasuke. He's awakening his second stage curse mark thanks to the sound 4. Third Hokage is dead. Everyone's mourning him and stuff. And they still have to go on a mission. He's on Speedwagon right now going around. He finds Sasuke. Sasuke says, oh, well, hello there, Naruto, and he activates the second stage curse mark. Naruto says, okay, Sasuke, and then activates the 2-tailed cloak. Sasuke awakens his 3 Tomoe Sharingan. It says, I need to kill you so I can kill Itachi. And Naruto says, I'm gonna bring you back, Sasuke, for you are my friend. And then they start fighting, and then Naruto says, I may have to kill you, so you won't go down this evil path. And then start fighting. Of course, actually not. Orochimaru never awoke in his stand. He just got his soul stolen. He transferred his entire soul into Sasuke's curse mark, basically meaning that Sasuke still in control of his body, but whenever Sasuke dies, Orochimaru will have control. And basically, when Sasuke knocks down Naruto, puts him under Genjutsu real quick. Right before he breaks out, he steals the left arm of the corpse and takes it with him. Then he wakens his stand, D4C. He says, this is my stand, D4C. He says, what's this? And then, actually, a rat man pops out, but he says, I don't like this thing. Is this thing? It's an evil spirit. And it starts morphing into the world. The world comes on out as Orochimaru's stand, and it gets taken over by Sasuke's will to kill Naruto. So Sasuke sees this, then realizes that Naruto's about to kill him with one punch, but then Sasuke says instinctively, that wall, though! Boom! He stops time for a full second. You see what? He sees him stop time, and he dodges the punch, and of course tries to go for a punch on Naruto, but Naruto sees this when he comes out of stop time and blocks it with the hand of Act 4. He can still barely manifest Act 4. Like, even a little bit of Act 4, it strains him. And of course, he's breathing heavily. But of course, the thing about the world is that it has a massive chakra drain. Even if, like, he had the Indra's chakra, half of the Sage 6 Path chakra, it's ridiculous amount of chakra is drained. Like, half of all your chakra is drained when you stop time for your full time limit. No matter who you are. If you have ridiculous amount of chakra and then, like, Naruto was, like, the entire Sage of 6 Paths chakra, you could probably stop time for around 15 seconds, maybe 20 or so. Let's say 20. So, yeah, that's how ridiculous it is. Because it'll eat up in the full half of your chakra. But, of course, it can only eat up half your chakra. The left chakra you have, the sand cannot kill you. Because if it eats up too much chakra, it'll kill you. Then it'll go down to a fourth of the time you need. Into shorter and shorter, so that's why. But that's what happens if you don't wait the cooldown. If you wait the 10 second cooldown, if you wait the 20 second cooldown, then actually you know what? A full 5-minute cooldown for just like 10 seconds of stop time, then you won't waste as much chakra. You only waste about an eighth of your chakra. Makes sense? So of course Sasuke didn't know this, and he started using it in repetition and started draining all his chakra. Of course Naruto starts winning, getting the upper hand. Of course Naruto's trying to drain more of his chakra. But he has a chakra advantage, and Sasuke's getting frustrated, and then he says, Chidori! And stabs it through Naruto's heart. Tries stabbing it through his heart, but then a black hole opens and it stabs him through the shoulder. And of course Sasuke is crying in pain, like, Naruto, I'm gonna kill you, you bastard! Something like that. And then Naruto kicks him away. Actually doesn't kick him away, yeah, never mind. Act 3 or something, like, figures out a way to get him away or something like that. Don't remember if Act 3 has legs or not. Basically, a full fist of Act 4 comes out and punches him away. Naruto's like, wait, what? What is this? They realize it's a new form of the stand. Act 4. Yeah, anyway, this is Whenever Never Anime. Please like and subscribe for the next part. It'll be the end of the battle and Tsunade Retrieval and then the beginning of Shippuden. This is a longer video, I know, but I had to get it all in. And yeah, so anyway, please like and subscribe. We need to get to at least like 100 by the end of the year. Let's try to do that. Yeah, so yeah, that'd be great. We can. Let's try to also get to 100 videos by then. Do my best. And yeah, so please do it and stay safe. Stay safe and stuff. Don't get sick with COVID, and bye.